Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're taking a look at a random Doom mod. Why, you might ask? Because a lot of these Doom mods really need a whole lot more notoriety than they get. So what we're looking at here today is Frayed by, I just saw his name and immediately forgot it. Oh well, I don't think it's Steve Carell, but it could be. It's somebody named Carell. Of course, we're playing this with the Brutal Doom Platinum mod, which is a fork of regular Brutal Doom. It changes just enough to be really good. And I got killed almost immediately. You gotta love it. But this is not what you'd call a particularly annoying Doom mod. Yeah, John Carroll. There we go. I'm just gonna pretend that my brain works, and we'll see where we can go from here. So, one of the reasons why I like this Doom mod is it's a little more complex than regular Doom, but it still keeps it simple so it doesn't get stupid. I got in trouble last week with my video on this particular WOD because I was talking about how I didn't like Doom 2. It's like, uh-oh, I didn't like what everybody likes. Can't have that. There's a lot of like sacred cow opinions that everybody kind of just had to go along with for many years. I mean, like, you have to like certain things, and you have to dislike certain things. Like Ghostbusters 2 for the longest time, you couldn't like that movie, you had to hate it. Although I couldn't tell you why you had to hate Ghostbusters 2. I mean, Ghostbusters 2 was in some respects a little bit better than Ghostbusters 1. Although I will say Ghostbusters 1 is still like my favorite of the two. So what we got here is just a basic Doom 1 WOD with roughly 30 odd levels to it. And it's just some quick little bits of gaming fun. I mean, that's really what it is. You know, it's not a giant slog. It's not something where you got to fight a bunch of high HP enemies. I never even thought about like how much health an enemy even had until like I started paying attention. Because for many years, I would just play Doom mods, and that'd be it. You know, I might get annoyed at them, but I just kind of didn't think about it. Starting around like 2017, 10 years ago, I really started thinking about like, why do I like what I like and why do I dislike what I don't like? And so I started to look at things more critically. So the reason I criticize Doom 2 is that it really isn't as fun as Doom 1. I mean, look at this level. Look how quick and easy it was to finish. It doesn't outstay its welcome, and that's what happens with a lot of Doom mods. Pretty much I do not play unenhanced Doom just because I've played the regular Doom for so long. I mean, like, you gotta realize, I am 210 years old, so, you know, I played, and yes, we're going to do something very bad here. Uh-oh, we're going into gameplay options and we're going to allow jump and crouch, but we're not gonna allow unaliving. We can't do that. The rate is much too high these days. But no, it's like, I played unenhanced Doom for how many years? Like 10 years straight? It's like, it's kind of hard to go back. I did not really... I mentioned this in one of my Doom videos about how, you know, I played Doom a lot, and then I just kind of moved on from it, you know? Exactly, we're going full Duke Nukem. We're going full Doom Eternal with the double jump. Because we're lunatics around here. But I played the unenhanced Doom for like 10 years, you know, in the 90s, you know, and then I got out of it because that was that. And then I discovered DOSBox. Ooh, he's got a flamethrower. I discovered DOSBox and played it that way, and then eventually it just got old after a while. Cover and leaning, I guess it'd be kind of cool. I'm sure such a thing exists. but you know, this is good enough for me. Like, it's enhanced enough to be different, but still Doom enough to be, you know, a nice little turn your brain off game. It's like grenades are so good. See, I like grenades. It'd be nice if you could get them in the real world, because grenades really help you deal with a wide variety of enemies. And yeah, it's definitely fun not to have to deal with revenants or those bastard archviles and everything. And yeah, the super shotgun is fun, but it's just everything else it brings to the table just isn't that great. Man, let's keep getting slaughtered by it. That one monster closet is kind of annoying, but you do have a fighting chance to take him down. I was playing a random Doom mod the other day, where like you grab a key and immediately a monster closet opens up with like 5 Caco demons. It's like, really? That's not fair at all. This is nice and fair, nice and easy. Not easy to the point where you don't have to try, but not where you're constantly ramming your head against a brick wall. And that's the thing, though. It's like there's people that they have their whole lives wrapped around how good they can play Doom. Anytime you've got like a challenge or a difficulty, you're going to have a game or an experience that people are kind of base their whole personalities around. Just look at Dark Souls. Just look at that, you know, where people are like, oh yeah, it's not hard at all. You just have to do this or that. Now, we could finish this level really easy by just jumping up here, but I'll be nice to the mod author and actually play through the whole level. I won't be that much of an asshole. See, movement and dodging sounds great until you have to do it, but even then, that's not going to make Quake any more playable, because it's just the slog of defeating those bloody ogres every 5 seconds. Like, the ogres are the most annoying enemy in that game, and they're everywhere. That's why I just can't stand them. Just can't stand them at all. Or like maze-like level design. I don't know that too many people even like that at the time. Much less, you know, like today when you've got something better. You know, I don't remember where that blue door is, so we're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat by just jumping right through the window. I mean, we know how to jump, right? Quake or Duke? Duke wins. And AG doing pretty good today. Not much new, although I did use a lot of willpower. I found an awesome 1862 Zouave rifle for a good price. I actually abstained from purchasing it, no matter how much I wanted it. Mainly because black powder is really annoying. I mean, oh my god, black powder is annoying to try to play with. Ran out of ammo and had to kill a group of Vors with their own projectiles. See, like, that sounds great when you're talking about it, but when you're doing it, it sounds horrible. You know, when I look at, like, the retro gaming days, I look at, like, did I play a lot of these retro games to completion? And the answer was no. How many times did I actually finish Doom 2? Not much. Not many times. Like, maybe once or twice. Doom 2, you know, you'll kind of lose interest after a while. How many times did I finish Knee Deep in the Dead and Shores of Hell? A lot. And so I started to think, like, well, what is that? Why did I finish those levels, or those episodes, when I didn't finish these other things? If you would have asked me 3 years ago, is Final Doom fun, I would have said yes. But then I never actually beat TNT or Plutonia more than maybe 2 or 3 times in the last 30-odd years. Because they're too difficult. You know, those are levels where you'll jump into it, play it for 5 minutes, die, and then move on to something else. It just doesn't keep your attention, whereas something like this keeps your attention throughout. I think it's just time for us to, like, take a really hard look at, like, what actually is fun. What does fun actually look like? What does good actually look like? And, you know, why do people bail on games and things of that nature? Because, like, I bailed on most of the Super Nintendo games. Like, I would get to a point where I couldn't get anywhere, and I would just move on. And I think there was a time when there was a lot of stigma about saying that. Like, you had to say you beat these games, otherwise you weren't a real gamer. But the reality is, how many people really finished games back in the 90s? I know there must have been a few, but, like, most people would have bailed. Because, like, Donkey Kong Country is unplayable unless you have save states or you're good at gaming. Alright, Darth, let me jump in here. Alright, let me make sure the audience can hear you, and the answer is... okay, hold on. See, OBS is weird about that. No, go away. There we go. Haha. Okay, that should work.
There you are.
Okay, say something real quick. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it populate. There we go. All right, we got Darchigo in the house tonight.
Hey, everybody.
I was just talking about how, like, a lot of people didn't finish games back in the 90s. I mean, I didn't. I just didn't. I'd bail.
Yeah, it kind of depended on the game for me. Most games I wouldn't actually finish.
Yeah, because they were too hard, or you couldn't figure out where to go, or you'd cheat.
Yeah, like Shadows of the Empire is a good one because that speeder bike level was ridiculously difficult.
I remember, like, that was pretty hard, but even though people complained about that back then and today, I did not have that much trouble with it. Believe it or not. Of all the games I suck at, I didn't suck at that one part, so.
Yeah, I think I only beat that part maybe twice.
Home Alone 2 for the SNES. Yeah, I bet nobody ever beat that, because I'm sure it was overly annoying for what it was. See, like, once we hit the early 2000s, that's when games were actually doable. You know, like, take Halo, for example. Like, that's a game you can beat. It's not easy, it is hard, but it's not overly confusing, it's not tedious. You know, it actually is, I think, a legitimate level of challenge, where a lot of other games, you know, especially in the 90s, just weren't. And I contend that the reason why Doom became so popular is because you could actually beat it, you could actually play it, especially the first 2 episodes. It wasn't something that you had to be like a actual PC gaming nerd to complete.
Ooh, how much is this? Oh, it's 40 bucks. Hell no.
What is it?
Oh, well, I was looking at resubscribing to Old Republic for a little while because I wouldn't mind that. It says it's a continue the fight bundle. It's like, hey, we'll give you 2,400 cartel coins, $60 of subscription time, and then a free mount. It's like, I'm good. Thanks. Oh, it's rideable at level 1. Oof, okay. Maybe I have to take that.
Microtransactions, games as a service. Ugh.
Yeah.
Could they have just released KOTOR 3? But there's another good example, like KOTOR 1 and 2. Easily playable. Like, if you've never played an RPG before, you can figure it out. Whereas if you hand somebody Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, they're going to have no idea what they're doing. And eventually they'll figure it out. But, I don't know, it's just... I'm willing to say that, like, if a game is too complicated or just overly difficult for what it is, you know, it's just... Is it really as good as people say it is?
I always got stuck on Terrace.
No. Yeah, I was able to figure it out decently enough, because I would say that KOTOR 1 was probably the first ever RPG I played. The reason I say that is, I don't know if you really count Pokemon as an RPG. And I guess it...
light.
So, like, if you don't count that as an RPG, then KOTOR's the first one I ever played, and I love KOTOR 1 and 2. Like, those are 2 of my favorite games of all time. I'll review them one day. Please don't let the KOTOR remake happen. No.
Well, they have, as far as I know, the KOTOR remake got, like, indefinitely delayed. I mean, it might not be still, but there's also a new one called Fate of the Old Republic being made.
Yeah.
You probably know about that, though.
No, I don't really pay attention to gaming news, just because there's not really any gaming news I care about anymore.
That's fair.
Damn it. I'm all the way back here. Ugh. Yeah, see, I can't transform into the Revenant, because if I do, I'm stuck as that for the rest of the game, because I have regenerative health on. And so the Revenant doesn't run out of health, and yeah, I'd rather not be a bony boy. Morrowind, I never liked. Ooh, man, I got in trouble for saying I didn't like that game. Because,
really?
yeah, I did a video on More Oblivion, the Oblivion mod that turns Oblivion into Morrowind. Oh, man, people didn't like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I don't make videos just to, like, be contrarian. It's like, if I don't like something, I don't like it. I'm not going to lie about it.
Oh, no.
I mean, I could do that. It's like, oh, yes, Raid Shadow Legends is the best game ever made by Raid Shadow Legends.
I actually played that briefly to earn some money off of it.
Oh.
But it sucked.
Yeah, I imagine. And you know what? You can pay for Raid Shadow Legends with your Rich wallet, and you can listen to it on your Ray cards.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And when you're not doing that, you can shave off your ball hair with Manscaped.
Unironically, Manscaped is pretty good.
Oh. I assumed it was all cheap Chinese shit, though.
No, it's actually pretty well made.
Okay. Well, I would have had no idea. Aliens Fireteam Elite 2 coming out. I don't know if I can stream it because I need to upgrade my graphics card, and I have no real desire to do that because there's not.
What do you got currently?
Wait a second.
What do you got currently?
It's the 2060 Super. So.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, it's 6 years old, and you know it still runs everything. It just can't stream it though.
Oh.
So I'm able to play stuff like, Resident Evil 9. That still works. All the new Doom games work, and so it's like, do I want to spend X, Y, and Z dollars on something I don't really need when I could spend a lot of money on other stuff, like my car?
Yeah. Oh, what's on my car?
Oh no, I just need to fix the dash has a crack in it because it's the car itself still is good, but like the car is also like 16 years old, so after being in the sun for all those years, it's starting to develop a big crack, and I want to fix that. It's a replacement part that I have to get, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Sony is real dickless, but yeah, there's no. Consoles are still good if you don't want to mess with PC stuff, but really, I think everybody's going to have to become a PC gamer at some point, just because what you can do with PC is you can actually keep the games that you buy instead of, they just taking them out of your account for no reason. Imagine if you spent 80 bucks on a game and it was just gone the next day.
Yeah. I would definitely want to ransack the company that decided, hey, we're going to take this game away. It's like, no.
It's just ridiculous. Uh-oh. Am I stuck here? No, I'm not. Good. Yeah, what PS5 game really is worth playing? I couldn't tell you. There was one PS4 game, I want to say. I forget what it's called now, but it was a roguelike game where you're on some kind of planet, and like you die. When you die, you go back to the start of the game, and like you have to unlock different areas that persist. It seemed like it was cool, but I hate roguelikes, so.
I thought you said a roguelike.
No, roguelike. And yeah, you can keep any game forever, so long as you've got a good backup. Now, the thing about that, with hard drives so expensive, being able to have a good backup is not as easy as it used to be, but I hope the prices do start coming down. If you're not a data hoarder like myself, you can buy Blu-ray discs that are about 100 gigabytes a piece, but I did the math. If I wanted to do that, I would have to spend a shitload of money.
Yeah. I have like probably about 200 CDs here that were my would have been grandfather-in-law. He never ended up using. So I don't know how much storage is on each one, but I could definitely store them on each one if I really wanted to.
Well, okay, you said CD, like a CD, CD-ROM?
Like a compact disc.
An interactive CD-ROM! They only hold 700 megabytes of data, so unless this is 1995, you're not going to put much on there, unfortunately.
Damn, okay.
And if it's like music, you're only going to put, I think, like oh man, I forget how many tracks you could put on there, but it wasn't much. I mean, like, if you have, like, you know, Word documents or, you know, like, small files, that'll work, but it's one of those things where compact discs never held that much data, unfortunately.
Oh, fair enough.
Although for 1995, holding 700 megabytes was a pretty big deal, because in order to hold the same amount of data, you would need 700 floppy disks.
Holy crap.
Because floppy disks used to have a grand total of 1 megabyte on there. And that was it. And people were happy to have that, because the big floppy disks, which were before my time, held like just a couple kilobytes.
Oh, I think I've actually seen those in the movie War Games.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. The internet is going nuts about a Fallout 3 quest called Tenpenny Tower.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that quest when I played Fallout 3 back in 2008. I'm actually got a big retrospective coming in September on Fallout 3, and I'll talk about that. But Tenpenny Tower is a quest you can easily just miss. So all the internet drama about it's kind of stupid.
What is it?
You know what the best solution for Tenpenny Tower is? Mod it! And not play it. You can mod it to where you get the happy ending, or you just don't play it, and I don't. So, the basic aspect of the Tenpenny Tower is it's a apartment tower where a bunch of rich people live. There's some ghouls, which are radiation-affected persons, that want to live there, but the Tenpenny Tower people don't want them to live there because they're ugly. And the quest is you can either, you know, shoot the ghouls or convince the Tenpenny Tower people to let them move in. Now, realistically, that's just a stupid quest. The thing is, the end of that quest is the ghouls kill all of the original inhabitants. Oh dear.
Okay.
And so it's not obvious like how to complete that. And so of course that's being applied to modern day politics, as you might imagine. So now you can get a mod. In fact, I have that mod where you just have it be where you convince the ghouls not to go evil, and there you go.
Fair enough.
Putting Steam games onto a disc or a USB flash drive. I don't know that you'd want to put them on a disc because you'd only be able to store like 1 or 2 games. I like how we got like the Doom Squad here. That's pretty cool. I mean, it makes sense that there would be more than like a guy, because you need somebody to watch your back. It's not like how short that level was. It's just nice and quick gaming. You know, like when you got too much shit to do, you don't want to be too invested. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to like save your Steam games, it's probably a better idea to keep them on an external hard drive.
That's what I do.
And yeah, there is disk rot. That's the main thing. That's why I like external hard drives. When those prices come down, I plan on building not a RAID, because I don't need a RAID. I don't need any of these arrays. I just need storage. That's it. That sits there and doesn't do anything. I intend to get like... Wait, say again?
You said array?
Yeah. I'm not gonna do that, is what I said, because I don't need that, because I'm not gonna get the data off of there like all the time. So it doesn't need to be hooked up or anything. It just needs to be 2 disks that I can plug directly into the computer via USB, and that's what I'm gonna build. Is just a little hard disk enclosure. Western Digital sold like a 30 terabyte hard drive. Unfortunately, you can't buy them anymore because of AI. Thank you, AI.
That sucks.
I mean, it's one of those things where the reason you can't buy them anymore is because, you know, they sold out a long time ago, so they can't be had for any price. I think when I did see one go on like eBay, it was a refurbished one and it was like $1,000, so I ain't paying that.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, with Skyrim, I never had it on disc. I just had the PC version, one that I acquired legally. Oh dear. And the Steam version that I acquired actually. Got it on a Best Buy Black Friday sale. Back when Black Friday actually meant something.
Yeah, I had it on Xbox One for a time.
I don't know how that would run on there. I guess it must not have run too terribly.
No, not really.
Let's see. Dark Forces 2 versus Quake 1. Dark Forces 2 is a lot more fun than Quake 1, to be honest. And it has a lot more personality with, you know, Cal Katarn being a cool dude.
Also has a remake mod that makes it look a lot nicer.
Yeah. I actually streamed that. Okay, I'm too lazy to do the timing thing. So we're gonna type in no clip, assuming I can spell it right. There we go. What can I say? I like to cheat. Okay, dude bro, how about you just stand there so I don't accidentally blow you up? Because I'm about to shoot those explosive barrels, and if you run down there like a moron, you're gonna die.
Yeah, that's worth it. Just kill him.
Yeah, it's like the Halo Marines that get themselves killed all the time. You run them over with a warthog because they can't get out of your fucking way.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And yeah, GOG is superior because you don't have all that DRM. It used to be GOG was good old games. Now it's just GOG because the chillins today can't speak everything.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I need to stream Soldier of Fortune at some point. I've already done a full like playthrough of the game on the channel. I did that way back in the ancient days of like 2012.
I can't get that working.
I haven't tried to play it in many years, so I don't know how it runs anymore. So it may well not work on current PCs. The last time I played it, I was using Windows 7. So.
Oh, I tried the console version, so that's probably why it didn't work.
Oh, could be. But the PC version worked. I mean, at least it did back on Windows 7. So.
That's on GOG, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, of course, I've only ever played the acquired legally version, so I don't know how well the GOG version works. The GOG is kind of a godsend to a certain extent because there's a lot of games that you just would not be able to play without the GOG version. Like, for example, Crysis doesn't work on Steam, but it does work on GOG. There's a game I'm reviewing next month that I've already finished. You'll just have to wait for it to post a couple weeks from now. A game called The Saboteur that literally cannot run on anything but the GOG version. Like, it was a terrible PC port to begin with, and as time has gone on, it's just gotten harder and harder to keep working.
That's unfortunate.
And yeah, I don't know why, if you can burn Steam games to a disk, you still need to log in. I guess it's just the way it is. I remember there was a time when that would have been considered really horrible and annoying, that you'd have to log in to play your own games. Now, Steam is the least onerous of them all. I remember Securom was super annoying. So, it's just the fortunes of war, I suppose.
Oh shit.
I mean, nobody would have ever thought that live service could ever be a thing. The sad part is, you know, it's all greed these days. I mean, that's pretty much what it was always ever going to be, but now everybody's horribly incompetent. I mean, just look at that Halo Combat, not Combat Evolved, that Halo campaign, and campaign evolved. Wow, that's an annoying thing to say. Where they completely ruined the continuity by making the Earth Covenant War a grand total of a year. Really? A year?
They did that?
Yes, it's in the first cutscene. Oh. They have Master Chief meet Sergeant Johnson sometime prior to the Halo events, which doesn't make any sense. They don't. In the original continuity, they didn't even meet until the end of Fall of Reach, and they barely interacted with each other until Halo First Strike, and then finally by Halo 2 they were friends, but they didn't meet before that. But of course 343, being complete dumbasses, of course had to like, oh, they were always friends. No, they weren't. They didn't know each other.
I do know they changed something at the end of the game. I don't know. Have you seen it?
Yeah, where like the comedy cutscene where like you see Sergeant Johnson go to a pelican, which is kind of accurate. I mean, he kind of did that.
I mean, the part, I think it's funny. In the original one, I think Sergeant Johnson grabs the elite's butt, or maybe it's the elite that grabs Sergeant Johnson's butt. But in the original remake, that was on like the Reach engine. I think it was the elite grabbed his butt.
I don't even remember that, to be honest.
Oh.
I do know there was the comedy cutscene. I think they like kissed or something as the ship blew up.
No, they just they hug, but I don't remember which one does what, but in one of them the elite touches his butt, and the other one Sergeant Johnson touches the elite's butt.
Uh-oh, he's gonna get me too'd. Blade Runner live action TV series. That just sounds like that's gonna be pretty bad. I never was a Blade Runner guy. I've seen the first movie and thought it was okay. I just never got into Blade Runner. So if it's, wait a second.
The music's nice.
Yeah, the classical. Wait, was that jazz or was that like a cyberpunk thing? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I call it mall jazz because it's, I don't know if you guys have any malls around there, but there's one of the main malls around here that would always play like smooth jazz as you were walking through, and that's kind of what it reminded me of.
Yeah, Muzak is what that's called.
Yeah.
Actually, it's called Muzak. That's the official terminology.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I don't know why they call it Muzak. That might just be the genre of music it is. I don't know.
No.
A Giantess Cortana. Ugh. They already had Giantess Cortana in the original, but she actually looked like a woman instead of a... never mind. Well, I'm going to jail. In the UK...
That's a command.
Let's see. Deus Ex Invisible War with graphical enhancements. I have not played Deus Ex the Invisible War in many years. I mean, I thought it was all right.
Oh, speaking of graphical enhancements, the people who've been working on Dark Forces 2 and Mysteries of the Sith graphical enhancements, they had a newer version come out a couple months ago. It definitely made Mysteries of the Sith look better, but I don't know if Dark Forces 2 had anything different. I know the weapons look better, but that's better at. Well.
I'll need to check that out at some point. I just have too many games to play these days.
Yeah, that's fair. Plus you got that one that I showed you that works now.
Yeah, Klingon Honor Guard, that's gonna get streamed. Oh, you better believe it. I don't know when that's gonna be, probably next month.
It's fun.
It's so weird that Star Trek even has a Klingon Honor Guard game instead of like a Starfleet or something. See, that was the thing about the 90s. There's actual imagination. God damn it. Bloody Barons of Hell. Upcoming Deus Ex 1 HD remake. I mean, I might play it. I don't know. Taco Maker Marathon? I've never even heard of that. I assume that's like some kind of comedy thing, like Cookie Clicker.
I forgot about that.
I only know Cookie Clicker because I knew somebody who played it. I've never even played it, I swear.
I wouldn't judge you either way.
See, like, we need to all unite against the casual gamers instead of hating on people for not liking Doom 2. You see, it's the casual gamers that ruin gaming. All the tourists.
All the lame boys.
Yeah, it's like, you remember Inglourious Bastards, where they hold the 3 up wrong?
Oh, yeah. And the guy immediately notices.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything, though.
Inglourious Bastards was alright. A little pretentious in places, but I enjoyed it well enough.
I watched it. I probably should.
Yeah, it's worth your time. Star Trek horror game. I don't think that we needed a Star Trek horror game, especially starring Ensign Rowe. Like, really, I'm glad that like Kurtzman Trek is gone. At least it should be. Because like, see, that's one of those things that I was thinking about this past week. Because I was on a podcast yesterday called Paper Movies. I'll post a link, not today, but when that episode releases. Myself and the Paper Movies crew talked about Tremors. There was a novelization called Beneath Perfection that was released recently. There's apparently a whole market for modern day novelizations of classic movies. I was dubious about it, but it works. Beneath Perfection was written by Christian Francis, a British writer, and it's just a novelization of the original Tremors movie. But one of the things I was thinking about is, like, Tremors is something that I don't think could be done today, not because of, like, wokeness, but there's nobody competent enough to make such a thing. And the market doesn't really support that. Because think about Tremors. I assume you've seen Tremors, right?
Yeah.
What kind of movie is Tremors? Just off the top of your head, how would you describe that?
Kind of action, kind of horror.
Exactly. But more so, like, what's the idea of Tremors? I'm going somewhere with this.
I'm not sure where you're going, so you're gonna have to go ahead and keep going.
Okay, think about this for a moment. Tremors is a movie about giant underground worms attacking a town, and the town has to work together to stop it. That is such an original idea that still is based upon just like basic monster movie stuff, you know? And it works so well. But it's still such an original concept, though. And have we had anything like that in the last 10 years?
I would say no.
So, it's like all the characters in Tremors are pretty memorable. You got Burt Gummer, you know, the gun guy, and he's treated as, you know, like a real human being and not like a caricature. It's such an original concept. The characters are actually nice. It's one thing that was really refreshing when I read the book. It's like all the characters are friendly. It's a small town of people that actually care about each other, which is another thing you wouldn't see in modern day media because everybody's just so negative. Can you imagine an Amazon version of Tremors?
Boy. God, I'm not even sure how that would go.
I mean, everybody'd be an asshole. Burt Gummer, you know they would make him a racist-asm.
Probably. Have him a recluse that keeps all of his guns hidden.
Yeah. And you know what kind of not a cowboy hat, but a baseball cap he'd have.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's see. Cyberpunk. Yeah, there's going to finally be a TV show based upon Neuromancer. I'm not sure I like that because, well, Neuromancer would make for a much better movie than it would, you know, an actual TV show, because there's not quite enough story to make that into a, you know, 10-episode TV show. And you just know it's gonna be woke as fuck. It's not as bad as Amazon because it's Apple TV, but still. Movie Weapons. The movie Weapons. Oh, I've not seen it, but I do plan on watching it at some point. Wait a minute, they turned the worms gay. Uh-oh. We get in trouble for that one.
Oh, jeez.
Tremors is too good for its own right, though. I mean, you've got 6 movies, each of pretty good quality, and a TV show also of remarkably not terrible quality. Like, none of the stuff is ever that great, but it's not bad. It's more consistent than, sadly, the Star Wars franchise.
Unfortunately.
Or the Alien franchise, and it's just a silly movie about underground monsters.
I'm gonna step away for a second. I gotta go grab my food.
Alright. But the TV show actually extended some stuff. One of the things I was thinking about when I was reading the novelization, though, is what would Perfection, Nevada look like today, assuming there's actually any graboids left? In the TV show, there was one graboid alive named El Blanco, I'm sure they'd have to change that because that'd be cultural appropriation, right? If that particular graboid was still alive, I don't see too much bad happening to Perfection, but if that thing were to die, I wonder if that would become a giant real estate development. Did you look at Nevada and Arizona, all those people moving there from all the blue shitholes? Would Perfection, Nevada be turned into a data center? Would it? Would it? I mean, I could see that happening, unfortunately. I mean, it's like that's what's happening where I live. The data center going in just down the fucking street. Which is most depressing indeed. They've paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Now part of an upcoming reboot. Oh, RE movie reboot. Well, if Weapons is good, once again, I've not seen it, then maybe it's good, but here's the thing. I already know that the RE reboot movie doesn't have any of the characters that people care about, is based on none of the games, and is literally just, well, an in-name only adaptation, so you know it's gonna be bad. I mean, I looked at the trailer, it doesn't look that great. I don't know why they can't just make a straight adaptation of Resident Evil 1. Just do it! It's practically a movie already. You don't need to come up with original characters when it's supposed to be an adaptation. And yeah, every single rural area is being turned into a goddamn data farm, and it's fucking bullshit. It's like every day I go anywhere, I see more and more trees cut down, and more of those commie blocks put up. It's fucking bullshit is what it is. The thing is, I highly doubt that new Resident Evil movie is going to be any good. I mean, if it is good, it's going to be because it has nothing to do with the actual source material. We'll see what happens. It's kind of like World War Z was a halfway adequate movie, but had absolutely nothing to do with the actual novel. I don't know why they bother doing. Well, I know why they do it, because they get the name recognition. If you
Money.
slap World War Z on a movie, you know, it's like, oh, it's because of the book, even though it has nothing to do with it.
I didn't even know there was a book, honestly.
That hurts my heart.
I'm sorry, John.
It's like my heart. That's like one of the greatest books ever, and you didn't know there was a book.
I'll watch 15 seconds of Rise of Skywalker as punishment.
Okay, good. But yeah, it's one of the best zombie books ever written. It's one of the great books of all time. It's like in my top 5.
I'll have to get a hold of one then.
I mean, it is really, really good. Long story short, the World War Z novel is, well, for one, it's a lot smarter than the movie. I mean, the Brad Pitt character does not exist, okay? Assuming that was Brad Pitt, not somebody else.
No, it's Brad Pitt.
Okay. That character is not in it. The zombies aren't fast. And really what the book is about is how people react to, you know, zombies. The zombie apocalypse is treated much more intelligently. There isn't some sort of magical, like, cure for the zombie plague. Like, they legitimately have to fight him over a period of 10 years to finally de-zombify everything. I'm going to put out a retrospective on that novel in October. Now, thankfully, nobody ever watched it, but I did actually review that novel back in 2008 for a channel that no longer exists. And it was terrible! And no one watched it, so I do not have to be embarrassed. Oh yeah, Mike Bellevue died. He was Duelist 1954. He did a lot of good Old West content. Sadly, he passed from cancer. All the cool people die from that. I don't understand it. It's really quite ridiculous.
I think somebody actually has been archiving the videos.
Well, that's good. We do not want to see that disappear from YouTube. Like, we also lost Paul Harrell.
Oh, when did that happen?
Oh, that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, was it? Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I found out the mom from Alf passed away like a month ago.
Ugh. The old world is leaving us. Let's see. World War Z still happened. Greenlight Paramount with new owners. Ugh. You know it's going to be terrible if they turn it into a TV show because they're going to completely rewrite it for modern audiences. There actually is a Woke War Z, believe it or not. It's not officially published or anything, but it's a fanfic.
Huh.
So in World War Z, China is of course responsible for the zombie plague. And so in the Woke War Z, I gotta tell you, like, woke people seem like the most unpleasant human beings imaginable. Because when reading Woke War Z, it's another... So World War Z is all from a first-person perspective, because it's the oral history of the zombie war. And Woke War Z is also written from the first-person perspective. And the Wokey that's supposed to be retelling the story, because basically the Wokey is saying that the World War Z novel is government propaganda. And of course, the Wokey is like, oh yeah, the Max Brooks, the guy who actually wrote it in real life, is also a character in the novel, is like a racist and sexist and blah blah blah. And of course, in Woke War Z, during the zombie cleanup efforts, they said that they, you know it's a they them, said that all the evil straight white males targeted zombies of color. Yes, really. And hello, Riley.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's the stupidest shit you've ever seen or ever read. I discovered it on an alternate history forum called alternatehistory.net. Alternatehistory.net used to be great, but it started going woke about 10 years ago. You used to be able to find all kinds of cool fanfics on there, like there's a good Terminator one about like what if Terminator happened in the then current time. It became super woke when it was said that the evil Rush Limbaugh worked for the machines. Yes, really. For those who don't know, Rush Limbaugh was a political commentator in the 90s. A conservative political commentator. So, and then alternatehistory.net started to have like basically Civil War revenge fics, where like all the people they didn't like died in like a second Civil War. The scary part is it kind of was accurate. Basically the revenge fic that I'm thinking about had Kamala Harris become president. That almost happened. And then there was like a virus that killed off half the population of America. That didn't happen, but it was
Thankfully.
yeah. But when the revenge targets were of the then popular like Ben Shapiro, like Ben Shapiro was a evil army group commander. Yes, really.
I wonder if they had Milo Yiannopoulos in there.
Yes, they did. They did have him in there as an army group commander.
Oh my goodness.
It's the stupidest shit ever. One superhero to join the World War Z. Really, that's pretty easy. It depends on like, okay, are we stuck with DC or Marvel, or can I go outside of that? Like if I could go outside of that, just get Goku. He can fly fast enough to kill all the zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he'd probably find Shenron and try to wish for the zombie virus to go away.
Hey, yeah, that does work. I didn't even think about that. And there you go. Roll credits. So Goku. I never saw any of that on alternatehistory.net, but I got out of alternatehistory.net about 10 years ago when they, you know, had Ben Shapiro as an army group commander. I just kind of got done with that, you know. It's just, I like my fiction to be nice and fun instead of garbage. I don't like to call it escapist, but like, if I want to read about a bunch of assholes doing things assholishly, I can just turn on the news.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I kind of want to read about, you know, like, cool people doing cool things, you know, like Batman swooping in and saving people instead of just, you know, being an angsty emo dude. Although I liked the Batman, but I haven't seen it since 2021, so there's that.
Oh, that one.
So
I've only seen that one once.
yeah, it was all right. Woke Taco Bell be like indigenous food wrap store. I don't know. They probably would say like just eat tofu or something.
Tofu tacos. Ew.
Yeah, that sounds pretty disgusting. But yeah, just woke people in general just are so like angry all the time and insufferable.
Well, I saw there was a video I saw the other day. This individual was getting arrested because they were causing a disruption for them not being called what they wanted to be called.
Oh my god!
And they were screaming in the hallway. It's like, no, don't do that. You are not 3 years old.
It's one of those things that it's hard to take those people seriously.
Yeah.
Doom Guy and John Wick have in common is have a pet called Daisy. Oh yeah, Doom the Dark Ages Revelations actually explains who and what Daisy even is. Basically, in that continuity, the modern day continuity, Flynn Taggart, aka Doom Guy, accidentally blows up a kid when he's trying to take out some terrorists, and so basically he kind of goes nuts, which, you know, you probably would if you ended up doing that, you know.
Yeah.
And so they give him literally a therapy bunny. So,
Oh, Daisy.
I mean, hey, it works.
Yeah. He rips
then
and tears for only one cause.
Exactly. Let's just put it this way: the demons made a big mistake when they killed his pet rabbit. If they just left well enough alone, he would literally not have gone down to hell, you know, to not only get into a fiddle contest, but also literally shove a spear up Satan's you-know-what. Although he might be into that shit for all we know.
Kinky motherfucker.
I mean, he's Satan, so he probably should be.
I don't want to think about that.
As a government, that's to ban all non-Christian religions. Oh yeah, that's stupid. I mean, there's extremists. The whole horseshoe theory. I like the idea that like both sides of the extremes like would dislike me for whatever reason because I don't go for all their crazy crap. It's one of those things that, oh, here we go. I forgot that this was actually a switch you could, you know, do something with. No, I mean, like, you look at like online discourse. If you look at online discourse, you got the wokies on one side who hate the straight white male. Then you have the red bills on one side that hate the boomers, and it's basically the exact same thing.
Ow.
Cause I'm sure, Darth, you've seen like the red pills be like, oh yeah, the boomers had it so easy, man. They didn't have to work for anything, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, to a certain extent, like, inflation wasn't as bad, of course. Well, outside of the 1970s, but, like, my grandfather had to work for everything he had. It wasn't just given to him. I mean, back when he was a kid, he didn't even have shoes most of the time. Yes, really.
Damn.
So, it wasn't all sunshine and lollipops, that's for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
So, it's one of those things that a lot of these dumbos don't ever think about. Because a lot of these people, they get up on there and are talking about this or that. Like, you know, you have the idiots like your Hassan Pikers, but then you got the other idiots on the other extreme saying like, oh yeah, it used to be so easy, man. I'm like, when I think about my grandfather, he had to basically rebuild his life no less than 3 times, where he had to start literally from square zero.
Ooh, damn.
Considering I've had to rebuild my life once, that was hard enough, but 3 times? But he did it, you know? And he was able to leave this world with a nice legacy. So this November, they're saying that the left will do better than the right. Also, that's on this upcoming blue wave. There might be. I don't know. When you got like actual communists saying they want to abolish the Senate, abolish this and that, it's like people are not going to want to vote for that. So.
Oh, you know who else abolished the Senate?
He was the Senate. Look, we just need to send Kit Fisto down to the DSA headquarters, and maybe he'll win this time. Both are willing to take your guns and throw you in prison. Yep. But we'll just have to see. Wait a second.
Okay.
I was going to say, we'll see what this November leads. Important thing is, they will likely find that they don't have as much power as they think they do, no matter how much they want to do it, so. And these people are just dumb anyway. They're just fucking stupid. Mainly because a lot of these people on both sides are spoiled brats that have never had to work a day in their lives. I mean, can you imagine like AOC having to work? Can you imagine how horrible that would be to try to work with such a person?
I don't want to.
Either she'd be a real bitch to all her coworkers, or B, she'd be like so lazy she wouldn't actually get anything done. Firing people into the jail over Charlie Kirk is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I can see that. The thing is, like, Charlie Kirk, I feel bad for the guy, not just because he got blasted, but because he's not a person anymore. He's just a name. A cudgel to be used by the, by YouTubers and politicians and such. Because how many millions of dollars do you think has been made just by putting his name in a thumbnail?
A lot.
It's like, today we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk's death, but first, Raid Shadow Legends!
We're going to show you how much you can enjoy these brand new Raycons.
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson could be playing Poison Ivy. I mean, we need to get some new actors and actresses, though. Like, look, Scarlett Johansson isn't that old, but let's be reasonable. How many young actresses are out there that deserve a break, that don't get one because they want to just keep reusing the same, you know, like, over 40 actors and actresses over and over again? I mean, like, look, you know, you shouldn't be getting rid of these, you know, high draw people, but we need to bring in some fresh blood, some new talent, instead of just reusing the same people over and over again.
I don't know if they use Jennifer Aniston anymore.
I haven't really paid any attention, so I don't know. Anna Taylor-Joy, I don't know who that is.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but we just need like new people. Like, I'm really fond of the actress who plays La'an in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. I have not seen the 4th season, nor do I want to, because I'm sure it's garbage.
Probably.
But like, she's fucking hot and young, so she could be a new like draw, you know, perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'm a big fan of strong women, so I doubt that her actual actress is, you know, strong, but the character's strong, so there's that.
Oh, close enough.
I saw a scene from Strange New World Season 4, and, ooh, it looks bad. Like, it looks AI generated. It's a, there's a scene where the character of La'an punches a velociraptor just in the face, and that velociraptor looks AI generated as fuck. Like, it looks bad.
Does it look like a model's AI generated, or does it more look like the scene is generated?
It looks like the scene is generated.
Oof, that's even worse.
So, it just, yeah. I mean, come on, it's modern day TV or streaming, so you can't expect much from it, but they could at least try a little bit.
Don't you know that requires effort?
Yeah, they can't do that. They'd have to, you know, stop smoking weed for the day.
Exactly.
Remember there was like a video from a few years back where they showed like these utterly useless people at, I think it was like Twitter or Facebook or something, And they're like, oh yeah, we've got wine on tap. I'm like, they literally showed like a soda fountain with wine. Like, really? How are you gonna do your job drunk?
Effective.
I'm just saying, it's like, it literally looked like a soda fountain at like a gas station or something. It's like, it is wine. We never sell our wine before it's time.
Make that Boba Fett joke. I drunk better when I drive.
That works.
This is Robot Chicken.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know if MAGA's dead, but people are kind of disillusioned with that. Wait a second.
No, it's definitely not dead. Just check Reddit.
Oh my. See, where I live, you don't really see too many people that are obnoxious politically. I mean, people always think all of Texas is the same, but like, now obviously, you know, you don't have people flying, you know, the Bernie Sanders flag, although I say that, and my next door neighbor did have a Bernie Sanders sign right up until Bernie Sanders got, like, tackled by those individuals in that political rally he did back in 2016. They took it down then. They took it down then. I wonder why. So Bernie felt the burn from that. Do you remember that? Like when he got like tackled?
I don't remember that. I remember the feel the burn.
Maybe he didn't get tackled, but no, he didn't get tackled. Basically, these two large individuals, we'll just leave it at that, got up in front of him, got up on stage with him, and just started screaming at him and said, "You got to get off the stage!" and utterly destroyed his political campaign.
Oof.
You can guess who these individuals might or might not have been.
I'd say your average Walmart shopper.
Pretty much. So, this completely destroyed his political aspirations. So to make something original, I'd make a show called Franchise Wars, like Demolition Man. See, that'd make for a good parody. Get rid of the data centers or make it. No, they wouldn't. I mean, I guess the question is, have they done that in New York, California, Oregon, Washington, or any of the places they control? Have they done it? I mean, California is one of the most expensive states to live in, so they got cameras on their trash cans. So if you don't put your trash out right, they can fine you.
That's some bullshit.
And they tax everything to hell and gone, so of course food's not going to be any cheaper.
I don't
So, no, it's just, the thing is, when it comes to politics, you can't let emotions control you. You just gotta remember that each side wants to perpetuate itself and make a lot of money. And when you do that, you find the side that does the least damage to you personally. And unfortunately, there really isn't a side that does that. Well, let me put it to you like this. Mr. Mondami is not what you'd call a particularly shrewd politician. I mean, he wants to create government-run grocery stores, and so I'm like, well, where's the money for that gonna come from? Where's the free food gonna come from? How do you pay for the free food with, you know, is that tax money? Like how exactly is that gonna work? You know, it's one of those things where when people start throwing the word free around, you need to realize it's not free.
No.
Kind of like people saying like, you know, roads and firefighters or something is like socialism. It's not. We pay for that with our tax money. We literally pay for it. And if you don't pay your taxes, a man in a suit's gonna come visit you, and you're not gonna like it when he shows up.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just a lot of political ignorance. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. As for me, I'm just glad I live in Texas. Even if it isn't as good as it once was, it's still not as bad as it could be.
Yeah. And thankfully, with the whole data center thing, a lot of communities are stepping up and straight up refusing to let them be built.
Yeah. I get the feeling that once the AI bubble bursts, a lot of these data centers are just going to go out of business, and The land shall lie fallow, and eventually, hopefully, be demolished.
I would love that.
I mean, it may well happen. I mean, sad part is just so much land has been cleared. It's kind of like with the flock cameras. Nobody was ready for that because it just happened overnight. Whenever you see like political craziness, like these judges and shit, nobody was ready for that. Nobody has there's no means to do anything about it. And so,
No.
and the data centers sometimes bring a benefit. Like, if you live in a place where nobody wanted to do any basic maintenance, well, then they have to. Because people are stupid. And yeah, gas is up pretty high.
I have to pay like almost $6 a gallon for my high octane gas.
So, it was about this high though back during President 08's presidency. I remember having to pay $3.75 a gallon in 2013 dollars. So, and that was back when I had to actually drive to work in a 1994 S10 Blazer. They got shit gas mileage.
Oh. Oops.
So, but man, that thing sounded so awesome, mainly because the muffler broke and I could not afford to get it fixed. So, it's just one of them things. I do it. The thing about Baron von Cheeto is I think he thought that like air power won wars. It doesn't. It can help. I mean,
sorry.
What else are you gonna call him?
Von Cheeto. I have never heard that before. That's hilarious.
Comrade von Cheetodorf, but yeah, like the thing about voting in elections is you got to remember that's something that I've actually encountered. Because I've talked to a bunch of people who voted for the Cheeto Meister. It's like, oh, but he said he was going to do this, and I was like, he said he was going to do it, but it didn't mean he was. But the way I approach elections, and I've approached this the same way since I was like, 18. I recognize that they were going to talk a big game, but I expect them to do. I vote for candidates that are going to do the least amount of damage, and I kind of stand by that. I didn't expect Lord Baron von Cheetostein to actually do anything that great. So long as he didn't do as bad as the previous guy, I was going to be happy with that. Really, the whole Iran war thing kind of has eroded a lot of his support, which is sad, but it's what it is, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this song here is a remaster of the, I think the end song for Knee Deep in the Dead. I think that's what this song is. But yeah, it's pretty badass. Exactly, and that's sometimes the only choice you have is you vote for the politician that isn't going to come after you. The thing about Cheeto Man is he kind of believed his own bullshit, and now gas is up ridiculously. I was actually kind of tempting fate when I got gas back in February. I was like, wow, it's only a little bit over $1. It's like, it's at $3.50 in Texas, so it's still not too horrible, but yeah, it's one of those things.
I wish ours was that low.
Yeah, I don't think California it's even worse because I got friends in California and it's like $6 a gallon.
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Tamora Morrison, but Jason Wintergreen did bring a more like edgy, portrayal of the character, and he was the original.
Oh,
exactly.
You mean Boba?
Yeah, Boba Fett. I mean, Boba Fett was originally going to be like Darth Vader's brother, which was such a weird concept.
Huh? I would have watched that. That sounds interesting.
I mean, it would be different, but I kind of like where they eventually went with Boba Fett. Because if he was Darth Vader's brother, then we wouldn't have like the connection to Jango Fett. We might not even have Jango Fett, so.
Ooh, I'm good with that.
I'm a big fan of Jango.
There's one of those the 2000s, like the 12-inch figures that they had. That were they're not the Hot Toys, but still kind of cool nonetheless. There's a collector's shop nearby that actually has the one where you can take off all of his armor and then put it back on.
Ooh. I actually have a Boba Fett, a Jango Fett kind of like that. That came with an electronic jetpack that's like way huger than it should be. And like his back is a shell so it can fit in there, but...
Dang.
That was the first Jango Fett I ever got, actually. I still have the creepy Jango Fett where his head comes off and is held on with a magnet.
Oh, yeah, I actually have that one, but the magnet's eroded.
Oh. Let's see. 2028 is going to be a shit show. I mean, all elections are now, but they kind of always have been. I mean, I remember when Bush was running. I didn't vote because I was still too young to vote at the time. I remember when they were going to try to have Romney run, and you know, they said all kinds of crazy crap about him. Now, thanks to social media and sensationalization, or more sensationalization, it's just going to get worse.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think we're going to have a boogaloo anytime soon, just because that requires people to actually want to, you know, engage in combatives, which, let's be reasonable, few people want to do that. I mean, how many people want to eat, like, you know, barbecued rat in a trench right now? Not me. Would remove having Jango and Boba be related and change Jango's last name? Yeah. So far in a political doom hole. Here's the thing. You got, whenever it comes to reading about politics or movies, games, whatever, all that relationship nonsense slop, people are gonna say everything bad, so you'll click on it. It's not as bad as they like to say, and you just got to be very incredulous about anything that's said.
You gotta do your own research.
Exactly. But 9 plates of food from Anarchy. I think it's something like 9 missed meals or 3 missed meals, something like that. But it depends on where you live. If you live in the middle of a giant city, you're kind of screwed. If you live in a more rural area, you're not as screwed. But the thing is, nobody knows what a boogaloo is going to look like here, just because it's a different country, different people, different needs, all kinds of stuff. Nobody really knows what they're talking about most of the time. So, when it comes to politics, just kind of like, take a step back, you know? Watch Trimmers, you know? Maybe play some Doom.
Engage in some happy times.
Yeah, you know, because there's not much any of us are going to be doing about anything right now, and there's only so much they can do. So, like, whenever you got like a bibble getting up there saying, we're going to send the cops to pick up your guns, it's like, remember, they don't really mean what they're saying, because they can't. Because you got to ask yourself the question of, did they actually tell the cops that they were going to do that? If they didn't, it's not going to happen. Because not only, here's the thing, like, let's say Rhode Island actually does do what they want to do. Give me some health. Because Rhode Island wants to ban the possession of firearms, and they even said they wanted to send the cops out after people who don't turn them in. Okay, has that state government contracted with a PD? If they haven't, it's not going to happen, because they have to pay the PD to go do that. Is there a law that allows the police to even do that to begin with? Because the cops aren't going to put their lives on the line or their livelihoods on the line to go do something just because someone told them. Then there's other stuff beyond that. It's like, if they haven't gotten like a special contract with the state government, they're not even going to have the money to go do that, because, you know, the police are going to want to be paid. And you also have to remember that the police aren't conscripts. They can quit their job, and if they flew away, they're not going to be able to replace them as fast as they think they are. So it's just, you got to look at it logistically. People say a lot of stuff.
Most of them don't even want to go out and do that anyway.
Yeah, because they know that they don't get to go home after that. You know, they can, but they won't be trusted by anybody in their community. And they also don't want to have, you know, PTSD either.
No.
So, you also got to remember that real life isn't a movie. We're not in an A24 movie or a thriller novel. And so real life is boring. Most of the time. And real life requires, you know, logistics. Somebody wants to get paid. They're not going to do it for free. And having some tub of lard from Antifa kicking a door in is too funny to even contemplate. So.
Just imagining some Walmart shopper in one of their electric scooters going, "Give me your guns."
Yeah, it's like, you need to first open the door and you need to handcuff yourself. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Most of the time we shouldn't even have to pay attention to politics, but unfortunately it's just, be glad we don't have a king. Okay, be glad we don't got no king, because then it'd be even worse.
No, they have that No Kings movement.
Even though the king of England like supports it, so it's like, wait a minute, what?
Like, hey man, I gotta play both sides.
But no, like if we had like a king, you know, we'd be like, you don't vote him out. You can't vote the bum out. Instead, you gotta wait for him to either die or you have a civil war. So you don't want to have either one. No, for me, mostly I just want to have the fun times and play video games, and that's about it, you know.
That sounds reasonable.
And yeah, polls aren't exactly accurate. Ooh, man, that's once again, I want to do a culture war podcast at some point. Because I found something, let's see if I can find it on my phone real quick. Because I took a screenshot of this. Okay, where is that? I wanted to bring that up during the stream. Alright, where's that? Okay, here it is. Alright. Are you ready for this?
I suppose so.
This is one of these red pill things. Romantic love is selfish. Why modern love is destroying Western society. It's like, oh my god. Show me on the doll where she didn't touch you. So
my brain. She touched. Well, no, obviously she touched your brain.
I think she like kicked you in the crotch and called the cops because you're a creeper. But you know, or he didn't like pay her enough to do the weird shit. But no, it's like, can you imagine actually putting that as your like video title? I don't know what the video is about, but I'm sure it's like, love is like pointless, man, and like women don't have the ability to love, man, or whatever they say.
Probably something stupid like that.
Yeah, it's just like, I wanna do some kind of like anti-red pill thing, just because, oh my god, those people are cringy. Just show me on the doll where she didn't touch you.
Socialist rifle?
Yeah, they're like in Portland, I think. They also call themselves like the John Brown Gun Club. They're all a bunch of crazy people. There's a YouTuber named Carl Casarda. He used to be like one half of In Range TV, which is kind of like a Mythbusters kind of thing, where he and Ian McCollum, you know, did like gun myths. It was cool. Well, anyway, he went woke in 2020, and I think he either joined the Socialist Rifle Association or works with it, but they had like a competition, and they ended up burning down the range. So.
Oh. Okay. What a waste.
I don't think they did it on purpose, but I'm sure somebody brought like a tracer. It's like, ooh, I got a tracer, and then they shot it into some brush and then set the whole thing on fire.
Oh, that's fun.
There's a Socialist Rifle. The National Rifle Association's cool at one point, but the GOA is where it's at. The Gun Owners of America. Those guys do good work and fight against crazy gun laws.
Good. That's what we need.
Yeah, pretty much. They get some decent politicians elected here and there. Then
I
there's
just
the
saw that
Texas.
face hanging.
Wait a second.
I just saw that face hanging off that stick. Ugh.
Yeah, this is more hardcore than the original, that's for sure. Yeah, this is Brutal Doom Platinum. I think this is like a 10-year-old version of the mod, but I like it because it has enough new stuff while still being true to the original. It's just modified enough. Ooh, we got the railgun. Zap. Zap Brannigan. Yeah, politics just became popular at one point. I actually sat through that, what's that woman's name? It's not, is it Screw on Head or Shoe on Head?
I don't know what you're talking about, but alright.
There's a famous YouTuber, it's a woman. It's either Screw on Head or Shoe on Head.
I thought you were talking about the last name or something. I was like, what?
No, like her screen name is like Shoe on Head or Screw on Head. I can't remember which one it is.
I don't know.
But she did a video like on the first Culture Wars, which was kind of neat. It made me feel very old. With like Gamergate and such. Shoe on Head. Okay, so it's not Screw on Head.
Oh, shoot on it. Yeah, either one. They're both funny.
But yeah, the first Culture War with Gamergate and how that grew. Most people didn't care about politics. I knew some, you know, Libby types back in the early 2000s, you know, early 2010s. But they were actually decent enough. I mean, you could talk to them about stuff like D&D. I think a lot of these people just had a lot of FOMO and they were just kind of followers. I myself was never a follower. Anti-POSA? Ass fees for the profit. I don't know, maybe. Trump's not going to get impeached because he hasn't actually done anything that's worthy of impeachment. I mean,
they already tried it like 5 times. Look what happened. Nothing.
Yeah. I don't really care that much about Alex Jones. Alex Jones is an interesting character, so I don't know. He's one of those people that he can say some stuff that's oddly accurate, but is also, you know, a YouTuber, so he can sensationalize stuff now and again.
I don't think it was funny. The whole thing is like, oh, all these people are actually reptilians. It's like, no.
The reptilians.
Yeah, like the evil lizard people or something like that, like calling Obama like the Antichrist and stuff. It's like, all right, buddy, can you? Where are you getting your sources? The back of a milk carton in like China?
What kind of milk would that be? That sounds like some. That sounds like some crazy ass shit. It's milk laced with acid or mushrooms.
Yeah, that's why you got all these weird predictions.
Yeah, we do need a younger president, somebody that's under like 850 years old. I'm not even anti-old people because we all become old, so we should not, you know, like hate old people. But there does come a time when you need a president that's not. It's kind of like Mitch McConnell. They're not sure if he's even alive or not.
That doesn't look like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, it's like somebody that's young. Now, sometimes older presidents can work. I mean, like, you know, someone like Ronald Reagan, who was fairly competent. We just live in a clown world. Save, save, save. But it would be nice to go back to the before times where only weird lunatics like me actually cared about politics. Where most people just didn't pay any attention. Mass media manipulation. There's always been that. I mean, just look at the Spanish-American War.
When has there not been a mass media manipulation, obviously?
Probably before literacy, maybe. But even then, you'll just have, like, you know, the town crier, "Hear ye, hear ye! Thy cheaty man is evil." Zap Brannigan. So, I don't know. What I do know is you just need to decompress from politics. Read a book about like knights fighting dragons.
Go eat one of those gummies. That'll help you.
I mean, provided you live in a state where such a thing is legal, which I do not. But I never cared for that kind of stuff anyway.
Yeah, it's legal here. I'm not saying I participate in such things.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, I never cared for drugs, alcohol. As I've always said, there's only one activity that I find the most enjoyable. And theoretically, that's not only a renewable, but it also should be free. So, yeah. 50% elected an Austrian governor. Chain smoker cat. Yeesh. Yeah, don't smoke. Don't drink. I don't even drink the soda pops most of the time. Although I do like ices. So, there's that.
Ices are good.
Yeah. If I'm gonna get a bunch of sugar, it better be something worth it.
Okay.
Speaking of sugar, tomorrow, gonna be having my grandfather's birthday. He's no longer with us. He's been gone since 2023, but we like to still celebrate his birthday. Gonna have a cherry pie. Such a cool drink of water, such a sweet surprise. Sweet cherry pie. Because that was his favorite kind of pie, so.
It's good pie.
Chicken. That's all I ever eat. It's because it's cheap. At least that's still cheap.
I mean, that's basically the only meat I eat.
I mean, that's beef. Beef creature has been up since the Rona. So, which is sad because I do like me a good steak. Yeah, the border wall is one of those things that, if it was ever built, it would need a lot of maintenance. I just don't trust the federal government to actually maintain it.
Not likely.
Because you'll find governments don't like maintenance. They're very bad about that. But man, you don't pay your taxes, you're going to jail.
I mean, look at the reflecting pool.
Yeah, exactly. It's just how it goes.
I need to go get some more ketchup. I just ran out.
Is it ketchup or ketchup? Who knows?
It's delicious.
It's a strange world we live in. So on a happier note, I really want to recommend a novel series called Dragonlance. It's a fantasy novel series that started in the 1980s, over 45 years ago. Yeah, it's ancient. Oh yeah, in this mod, like some of like the impaled Marines will actually make noise, and so you can actually put them out of their misery, and they drop health and armor, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, Dragonlance is set in the fantasy world of Kryn and features a giant cast of characters. It's hundreds of novels. It's kind of like a fantasy equivalent to the Star Wars Expanded Universe. There's never been a good movie released for it, though. There was a shit-tacular one back in 2008 that I need to do a video on at some point. You can find it on YouTube, but you got a bunch of cool characters like Tanis Half-Elven, who's, well, a guy that's half an elf. He's not really the main character. It does a lot of really cool things with the fantasy concept. You got a mage named Raceland Majer, who is kind of a villain and kind of a hero at times. It's actually able to do like the dark anti-hero really well. Like if you want an anti-hero, look no further than Mr. Majer.
Oh.
Because he's a fucking asshole, but actually ends up doing stuff that's actually, you know, good.
How's he an asshole? I'm curious.
Well, that's a big spoiler, though. But,
well, never mind.
Let me. I'll give you a hint though. Midway through the first trilogy of novels, he basically becomes a bad guy, but he ends up helping the heroes at the end.
Oh, okay.
And in the very next trilogy, he's the villain. So,
That's not much of a spoiler.
but then in another trilogy, he isn't. He's basically the protagonist of the franchise to a certain extent. The Zombie Survival Guide, I remember that. That was pretty cool.
You know, Star Wars had golden showers.
What?
Well, okay, let me. I'll explain. There's a spot on Nar Shaddaa that has a giant hut statue, and around it is water that looks, golden in a way.
Uh-oh.
And there's also fountains around it that shoot the water up. So I was like, oh, look, golden shower.
I never noticed that. Somebody must have been a pervert.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And yeah, communism was never good. I mean, I never had a communist phase. I've always had the same political views since I was a child, so. Because I knew how to read.
I want that free money.
And also, I don't like being told what to do. People always like go for communism with for free, and then it's like, oh yeah, also you could be told what to do every day of your life until you die, which probably won't be very long because, well, I don't like being told what to do. I've always believed in small government, so damn it. Resurrection. Or is it erection? I don't know which. No, this ain't H-Doom. Stormtrooper Zombies.
Okay.
I actually did a review on that when it came out almost 20 years ago.
Somebody actually made. I don't know how old it is, if it actually is a thing anymore, but somebody was actually making a fan game with the Death Troopers.
Yeah, I saw some footage of it, but I could never find it.
Yeah, leave it to me. I'll find it.
Thanks. Because I looked for it, but I just never could find a download for it. Ghost Rider. Oh god, please don't let there be a reboot of that.
I'm good at finding stuff.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do a stream of Klingon Honor Guard. I think it'll have to be next month because I want to start finishing up some games.
Okay.
Zep.
No, I was gonna see if you could join next week for. I haven't done a live stream in like 3 years, but whatever.
Yeah, I'll be able to join next. I think next Friday. It depends. I'll let you know later in the week.
That's fine.
Like, I have nothing to do for like months, and then finally it's like, hey, you want to do something? It's like, well, I'm booked up for the next 6 years, so.
Oh, god damn.
It's not that bad, but.
No, I know. It's just. I had a friend of mine who was like, oh, hey, you want to hang out? It's like, you asked me at the worst time possible.
Yeah. That's the only problem with being old.
No time.
You got money to do stuff, but then you have no time. You're like James Rolfe, only younger. Fan-made Star Wars fighting game? Huh. I'll have to see if I can't find that.
Oh, I've seen that. They basically take the, I think it was the graphics from like Battlefront 2, and it's essentially just a fighting game.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, Star Wars and fighting games seems like a very strange thing, but, at least it's somewhat original.
Terrace Kasi was pretty crap.
Yeah. I still have not played it. If I wanted to be like a sellout, I could do a review on it, but I don't know. It means I'd have to actually play the goddamn thing.
I have the physical CD for it, but it kind of just sits.
Yeah. Let's see. I like fantasy to basically be fantastical. If I wanted to read historical fiction, I just read, you know, like a story set in the real Middle Ages versus like, you know, something that's fantasy, you know, with elves and dwarves and magic and stuff. I like it to be different, you know? It's kind of like when it comes to sci-fi, I don't want to just read like Baron von Evilstein shot somebody because he's evil. I want it to be like, to feel like a legitimately different world. But then again, a princess with giant titties I can also get behind in more ways than one.
I think most people can get behind.
Let's see, ROTJ Luke or ROTS Anakin. Unfortunately, probably gonna be Anakin because Luke is still not that powerful in Return of the Jedi. Now, if we went for like Thrawn trilogy Luke, he's gonna stomp a mud hole in him. You gotta remember.
Abeloth.
Yeah, exactly. Luke lived a lot longer than Anakin did. You put like, you know, old Luke versus young Anakin. Old Luke's gonna know more about how to fight, and he's gonna be way stronger in the Force, and so yeah.
There's some people on Reddit who disagree, and I just like, yeah, no, you guys are stupid.
I mean, realistically, Luke should basically be a god by a little bit before the Thrawn trilogy, now that I think of it, because he's literally able to stop nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion.
Damn.
Because there's a starfighter crashing, he wants to stop it from blowing up, and he's literally able to use the Force to stop all fusion within the power cell. So that basically means he wins the game pretty much no matter what, because he could literally just stop. He could literally stop time for Anakin and then cut his head off, or just, you know, crush his heart, you know, shut off a vein in his brain.
You know, if he really wanted to take him out, he could just crush his balls.
That could work too. Granted, Terrace Kazi was disappointing. Oh man, that's sad. Okay, I think this is the final level of this. Is it? Where are we? E2M8. Okay, we should at least be able to get through the first two episodes of this. Oh yeah, that guy right there that we're about to shoot, I don't know if you can hear it, but like his pain screams are the creepiest things ever. Like I wasn't expecting that kind of pain scream, and so one day I was just playing this game, it was like late at night, and you suddenly start hearing that, and it's like, what the fuck? It actually startled me. Uh-oh, we got two cyber demons, and they immediately eradicated me. I just saw them, dead.
No, that's usually how that goes.
If Vader didn't have to be confined to his suit, he would be pretty powerful. But I don't know. Darksiders generally aren't that competent, unfortunately.
Well, if we're talking about like peak Luke, when he is at his very peak at the right before Thrawn trilogy, and then you got peak Anakin at Nightfall. I mean, it's not gonna be. I don't know. I mean, I can't give it to Anakin because by the time, you know, Luke is at his peak, he already knows a lot more than his dad did.
Exactly. And you never know. Like, in a fight like that, it could easily be that, they're actually able to reach some kind of an accord. Because once again, Luke, shortly before the Thrawn trilogy, is older than Anakin is when Anakin becomes like gets confined to the suit. So.
Also, Anakin probably would, if seeing his fully adult son, probably would be like, "Oh, hey, you lived. Well, I guess I don't got to turn to the dark side anyway."
that could easily happen, you know. I would not envy Luke though, because like Luke's not crazy for one. Like Anakin's crazy pretty much no matter what happens, because he's very much a borderline personality kind of guy, whereas Luke isn't. But I don't think Anakin would actually win though.
No.
One of my favorite Star Wars comics, though, is where at the very end of Return of the Jedi Infinities, this is not a spoiler, everybody knows about this now, but when I saw it for the first time, it was the most awesome thing I ever saw. Darth Vader turns back from the dark and gets a white suit. It's okay to be white. It's like, that is a story I would like to see explored. Like, what would a redeemed Vader even look like? Now, realistically, he should be going to jail, but he's too useful to put in jail. Reborn from Jedi Outcast, underused ideas. Yep. And yeah, Anakin just got old. He got old. But he's not that old, because like I said, like, Luke lives a lot longer than Anakin ever did. Anakin dies in his 40s, whereas Luke doesn't die until, I think, his 80s.
I know Anakin dies in his 50s.
Oh, it was 50? I thought it was like 40, but...
Well, because at the end of the Clone Wars, he had just turned, I think, 20.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about it, but... He got to work fast. And yeah, time can mellow people. Let's put it that way. Some people can be very hyper. I mean, just look at Alex Jones. But like, for me, time has mellowed me to a certain extent. I don't get quite as annoyed at crap as I used to. So not quite as annoyed. It'd be really nice if I had, you know, a rocket or something. Ooh, that Marine totally took that shot from me. I would have died had he not, like, thrown himself in front of me. It was like, no, you must live. You know what? White suit sitting in court. I mean, there's no way that Anakin would be allowed to go free since he is a war criminal. Now, in real life, some war criminals did go free and they work for the West German government. But anyway, or if they're Japanese, then they didn't have any, like, problems at all. But whatever. But, you know, in a fictional story, most likely Vader would be either going to space jail, or I don't think he'd be executed, because that would really piss off Luke. Even though Luke shouldn't be mad at that, because technically Vader killed Owen and Beru Lars. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Anakin liked the MILFs. Come on.
This is true. I mean, you know, look, here's the thing. I can't judge him for that, because I dated a girl for 3 years who was 11 years older than me, so there's that. I mean, Anakin wasn't wrong about everything. And not knowing that, well, back in the old days, nobody knew that Anakin was Vader until Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Like, nobody did know that. It wasn't until the prequels that anybody would know. That's the thing. If I was going to show, like, say, a non-Star Wars fan Star Wars, I would not even bother with the prequels and just go for the, you know, real trilogy. And then show the prequels afterwards, so it's not a spoiler.
No, that's how my dad did it.
That works. Oh yeah, Hop did do video game videos. And yeah, real father time. I could see that happening. I don't think Leia would be happy about that, because in the novel Truce at Bakura, Vader does show up and does talk to Leia, and she's basically like, "Fuck off," because it makes sense too, because Luke never really got tortured by Vader, whereas in A New Hope, you see Vader send in that torture droid, and you know, he's responsible for torturing his own daughter.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, and so like, there's no way Leia's gonna really, you know, just say like, ah, whatever, you know. She's not doing that.
Like, oh, he's my daddy, but nah, he's okay.
Yeah, it's just eventually in the EU, like 20 years later, she finally forgives him, I guess. I don't know. all I can say is I'm glad I'm not a part of the Skywalker family. That's got to be a real awkward Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they had an unadopted daughter come in. I
Yes.
just assumed the title.
Oh, that one. I thought you were talking about Alana Solo. I was like, wait a minute, she did get adopted.
Oh, I have no idea who that is.
Okay, in the real Star Wars, Jason, aka Darth Caedus, did have a daughter named Alana. After Darth Caedus dies, this is all big spoilers, but these books are like 20 years old, nobody cares. After Darth Caedus gets killed by Jaina, Alana comes to stay with Leia and Han. Damn it. Bastards.
The first time I heard of her, but you know what? I didn't. That's stuff about knowledge about Star Wars I didn't know. So you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah, there's still a lot of good stuff out there. I love how everybody is like wants to crank one out for Darth Talon, but I can tell you that honestly, I never cared for her. She's fucking evil.
Oh yeah, you have the people who be like, I can fix her.
Now, I will say, the emo babe from KOTOR 2, Visas Mar. Now that was my waifu. Oh yes.
Mrs. Mar, is she the one you can't see her face?
Yes. You actually do get to see her face in a comic though, and it's hot, so she just doesn't have any eyes. Like they literally get ripped out of her skull by Darth Nihilus.
Oh, okay.
That's back when Star Wars was hard fucking core, man.
Who's the dude who like his body looks like it's a bunch of rocks?
That's Darth Sion.
That's it, Scion. Couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, you only end up defeating him by telling him to, like, well, unalive himself.
Really?
I could maybe find SAS Secure tomorrow, but I don't know if I really want to play it, because it's aggressively mediocre.
Aggressively?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
Kind of funny the way you put that, aggressively mediocre.
Well, I mean,
it sucks to an aggressive degree.
Well, I mean, it kind of does. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's not like it's particularly amazing either. I did a review of it years ago. Jill Valentine, Sarah Connor, and Ellen Ripley. Yeah, I can see that. And yeah, that Darth Bane trilogy is pretty badass. I read it as it released. I paid a ridiculous amount of money for the hardcover, which I still have. But yeah, Visas Mar is one of my waifus, as is the character Mira. She's the short, hot redhead in KOTOR 2 as well. You can't romance her, though, which really sucks. But you can romance Visas, though.
They actually have a Black Series figure of Visas Mar now.
Sweet. I might have to acquire that.
It's going to be a bit pricey.
Of course it is.
Just
What is it,
because
like
it was,
$500 or something?
No, I mean, for when it comes to the Black Series toys, when they come out with like a 2-pack of characters where one of them hasn't been like officially released by itself, then they end up going for like $100, if not more.
That's not too bad. That's not too horrible.
They have a 3-pack from the Clone Wars of the 3 ARC troopers. It's the Rancor squad, or Dynamo squad, or something like that. Not Domino squad. But anyway, it's all 3 of them, which haven't been released like solo, which I don't think they're going to.
Oh, I fell off the map somehow.
They have a 3-pack of them, and the scalpers have already been putting them on eBay for about $150, $200.
The bastards.
I mean, it was going for like $80, which is ridiculous as is, but like almost 3 times that on eBay is irritating.
That is what they do. I mean, just look at RAM.
Yeah.
Much less action figures. Helltaker. Never heard of it.
Oh, Helltaker. Isn't that a porn game?
I do not know. I'm too much of an elderly gentleman to know such things.
Helltaker. That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, I never heard of it. It's like my waifus are always like weirdo people like myself.
Right, you said waifus are weird people like yourself?
Yeah.
So then my next question is, do you have a crush on yourself?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I don't play for the other team.
Oh, well, yeah, fair enough.
Unlike Andrew Tate, because did you see that when he got arrested?
Yeah, him and his brother.
But he had like that really, let's say feminine shirt on. It's like, ooh boy.
I didn't even know he had a brother.
Evidently. It's a puzzle game that actually has a more wholesome ending yet, so I never heard of that.
I gotta look this up real quick. I could have swore Helltaker was porn.
Tavion from Jedi Academy, she's alright, but see, like, Tavion's also a bitch, whereas Visas, I can fix her. Oh yeah, I can fix her.
They have her wear sunglasses all the time.
You know, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I thought about that exact same thing. I was like, ooh, if I ever ended up in the Star Wars universe, I'd try to get her like Geordie LaForge eyes. Because in Star Trek First Contact, he finally has like robotic eyes.
Yeah.
An alternate female version of yourself, would you tap that? You know, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. Probably not, though. Because I would
Depends
hope
on
that...
what I look like.
Yeah, exactly. Although I've been told I was a 7 out of 10, so if it's a 7 out of 10 female, probably not, just because I would hope that a female version of myself already had somebody in their life that they were tapped by, so I wouldn't want to muscle in on that, you know?
Yeah, I don't think my wife would like that very much if I tapped a female version of myself.
Yeah, that would not be good. So...
I would have to legally say no.
So, like, for me, I'm hoping that person's already, like, happily married for many years, so, no, I would not.
Indeed.
So, yeah. See, most people will be like, yeah, man. Whereas me, I'm like, yeah, no.
Now, mind you, if I was by myself, maybe.
Yeah, we'll just have to see, I suppose. You're just gonna have to see what I look like female, and my coworkers, her fan actually said they'd want to hook up with me. You know, a part of me almost wants to see what that would look like, but a part of me would also be like really weirded out by that. Damn you, AI!
You can just AI generate it.
I don't know that I want to know what that looks like.
Well, they have these apps now that you put a selfie in. I think it was before AI. They could tell you, they could show you what you might look like.
That's still just such a weird thing. Maybe I'm out of... I guess I'm out of touch. Am I so out of touch and out of time?
Nah, it's more so a niche thing. Most people don't really care about it. They're like, I don't care.
I have wondered, like, if there's an alternate timeline where, like, if I was female, how different would my life actually be?
I imagine you'd still be a content creator.
Possibly. Would I have more subs though, just because female?
Maybe.
It's
Also, gotta show cleavage in the thumbnails, and I'd be like, ooh.
That is a good question, you know, it's like, damn you, female version of me. Getting all the views.
Go back in time and slap George Lucas for selling Star Wars.
Yeah, that'd work. Yeah, third Battlefront game, it was made, but not ever finished. You can kind of get, the Wii version kind of works, and the 360 version kind of runs, but yeah, it'd be nice if it was actually finished.
We're working on finishing those.
Acolyte Season 2? Why? That's the stupidest AI bullshit ever. Like, the script
Acolyte
was
Season
almost
2
written
was
by-
canceled.
Okay, good. It's like, I can't imagine. That's like the worst Star Wars thing ever made.
It was canceled before the first season was even done airing.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's something I do kind of feel bad for the female YouTubers for. It's like, one of the reasons why they can even get popular is because they're female.
And their memory glands.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it, I guess, but I would never watch someone just because they have big titties.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I have to have something to say. But then again, I'm a weirdo like that, you know, where I would never be able to be, like, seduced. Because, like, if there's, like, some chick trying to seduce me, I'd be like, how do you feel about the Second Amendment?
How do you feel about the state of the of politics right now?
You know, it's like... And it'd be very easy to tell what kind of person it is, because they'd hold up the wrong number 3.
Do you own any firearms?
So, yeah.
Would you like to go to the range?
So... I'd be a very hard target to seduce, though, just because, like, I'm not one of those people that would be any port in a storm. It's got to be the right storm, and it's got to be the right port.
Oh shit.
I don't think Battlefront 3 is technically canon. That was a weird time. Oh my god, we got some kind of meat cannon. Oh dear. I don't know what this weapon is. I don't think I've ever even seen it.
Oh, I've seen that. It's basically powered on like demon shit. So if you fire, it's just a straight beam.
Ooh, let's see what this does.
Pretty
Fire!
useful.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
It has a cool sound effect when you shoot it too.
You know what that sound effect is, though?
No.
That is the, when you fall off a cliff in Return to Castle Wolfenstein, that's the sound that BJ makes.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like reverbed. Okay, that's just kind of badass there.
It also sets the enemy units on fire.
Yeah. Star Wars Theory has a funny skit about Chaota Mundi. I remember that. I never cared about Chaota Mundi anyway, though, so it didn't bother me that like they got his age wrong.
Yeah, dude was only like 50.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I think the dude was only supposed to be like 50, not like 250.
Yeah, which is weird.
But anyway.
Let's see. That sounds very weird, Neji, what they wanted to do. I don't think we ever needed an acolyte. But in any event, it has been another week, and so we have played through some more Doom. Next week, we're going to jump into Star Trek Elite Force 1. Until then, I have been General Lotz.
And this is Hiko.
And I'm going to wish you good female counterparts and good waifus, whatever makes you happy.